it's the big wigs taking the loss. It's not necessarily Main Street yet, right? They're losing their paper shirts. So fuck them. Like Prodigal said, fuck them. Yes, it's going to be painful, but fuck it. Let's see where it goes from here. How much worse could it get? Like, that's what people are, it can get a lot worse. Listen, man, it's pretty fucking bad for a lot of people. So let's see where it goes. I like what's happening so far.
Mic check. Can you hear me, Clipto?
Yep, can hear you, buddy. Go ahead.
No, I think Jack touched on exactly what I wanted him to touch on, was the difference between the hedge funds and the retail investors, because Prodigal brought it up. Yeah, it's a really smart play. And if you look at what's going on in the market, we've seen this before. When you move the market from a speculative value to intrinsic values, you're going to get this kind of thing to happen. This is not the first time it's ever happened. And Trump's changing the whole fucking playbook. Like, he's rerouting how the government even gets funded. Like, that's a big fucking deal. And these businesses right now, they're just fucking trying to say, okay, how are we going to do this? And Wall Street, we all know, that's just fucking Las Vegas for the rich people. That's all that shit is. So they don't know, because they don't have a clue. The last time we did a full reset on how we structure taxes, essentially, was in 1903? So there ain't nobody alive that knows what the fuck's going on. So they're just fucking speculating. They're just like, well, let's do this. Let's do that. Let's profit take. There's a whole lot of shit going on, as Prodigal and Jack both mentioned. Like, there is a volume of things that these people have no clue what the fuck to do.
So before I go to Paul, Mark, is this the 2025 American Revolution?
No. I think the
Hold on. We had an entire fucking conversation about Pittsburgh coming back with American industry.
You mean the Industrial Revolution?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. Yeah.
Revolutionary War.
No. What happened was I tried to throw Mark like a soft toss, and I beamed him in the head.
Yeah. Or
all right. Well,
or you throw it the second.
Well, hold on. Can you tie a war into then?
Tie a war?
Yeah, like some sort of independence war into whatever analysis you're about to get.
I say this is like,
Canada, Mexico.
What I think
England.
What I think will happen with this, and I no economist here, but I think there's opportunity here. I don't know how much, essentially what Prodigal was, if I can put a metaphor in his mouth, it would be you got this big nasty pimple, okay? It's gonna pop. It's inevitable it's gonna pop. But President Trump has grabbed it and popped it for us immediately.
And what he thinks of your speech. You're a fucking.
Are you telling me President Trump is the pimple popper?
He is popping the pimple.
Indeed.
And it's gonna hurt. And it's probably one of those deep ones. And maybe it even leaves a scar for some people. But
only from the Army. From the Army.
But there's opportunity here, okay? And the face might look better. The skin can improve. And if you keep it clean, maybe you'll make some money.
And you need witch hazel.
Listen, we all know of that. A little Botox never hurt anyone, right, Mark?
I don't know about that.
That's illegal. You might be thinking of Accutane.
So, give it a little bit. The other thing too is, people for decades now have been so reliant upon the major big companies, the Fortune 500 companies, and your slow and steady 10% growth over the last 30 years. And it's like people took for granted that ultimately it's still gambling. Ultimately, there's still risk. And you have a president who is not bought and paid for. And if he didn't care before, he really doesn't care now about, special interest or people's. He wants to do America first. And America first may not always align with every single facet of every person's life, aka maybe your 401k or your IRA or whatever for now. But I think ultimately there's opportunity here. Maybe, you look at the Industrial Revolution or when railroads or, to me, I